index.
Yeah, in reading this thing that I said that I had to read, well, looks like he's just basically criticizing him and not offering what he thinks the temperature will be. When I look over this, um, he doesn't state really that it is 50 gigatons. He's talking about, 2030, 2040. Um, what was it? Between 2040 and 2050, you could get temperatures of 176 and and or 200 degrees in places like Las Vegas, and all along areas where they have temperatures of 100, 120 degrees. So that's quite frightening, but it could happen. There is approximately 600 gigatons of free methane under the Arctic, um, the Siberian Arctic shelf, and we don't know how soon that's going to come out. But once that, if we did get, a fourth of that, 150 gigatons, or whatever of free methane coming out into the atmosphere, it could present a real problem. Most likely, it's going to come out a little bit and then increase and then increase and then increase. So it's not about what's going to come out, it's how long till it starts coming out, unless we, get the ocean temperature under control and or, to slow it down so it extends the time that we have to freeze the Arctic, or to come up with other solutions to fix the problem. Um, and, I don't see his comments assuring me or giving me comfort that things aren't, just possibly going to go out of control. Another thing I need to get into is reasons why it took me so long. I've been kind of pissed at people and didn't want to come down too hard on environmentalists or other people, even though they've shown that they're incompetent. I mean, they try and they do the best they can, and they're the best we got, but they're just so against geoengineering techno fixes and other things. Like the guy at the head of 350.org, I guess, got some communications with me and is afraid that what I do might cause damages, but look at the damages that are happening. We're looking at possibly, some estimates of, 20, $70 trillion in damages, you know, that'll happen once, certain environmental damages happen. And knowing that we've already lost all this life in the Indian Ocean, we've lost the great, giant, ancient Tasmanian kelp forests. Um, and then we're just pissing away the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. Um, Half of Brazil, they're gonna, the Amazon rainforests are just gonna cut down. Um, we need to have, U.S. military or and all the other militaries, China and Russia, get into it with us and stop this destruction of the earth. Um, our governments of the world have utterly failed and doomed millions, if not billions, to horrific ordeals. And, you know, so I mean, it's not just the environmentalists, the world leaders, the energy corporations, and just about everybody just pisses me off, including the jerk off that parks in the spot that's close to me that I like, and including the rental agency that doesn't have any integrity because they, probably don't give a shit about me because they think that I'm working on a solution for global warming, a techno fix, and just like to give me shitty ass service. I don't know what their problem is. Um, Whatever. Um, it's also been a complete failure on my part. So I belong up on the wall of shame, along, with the CEOs of energy corporations, environmental leaders, legislatures, the churches, all the other governments. They've all been an utter failure, and now 2 billion people are in risk of starvation. Um, Recently, I've been mostly trying to get a farm area or to work on my project. You know, um, probable methods of controlling weather at sea level to control the temperature of the earth and cool cities, to reduce the acidities of the oceans. Um, uh, Keeping tornadoes from hitting major cities, guaranteeing a clear days for parades, watering down drought-stricken areas on the west coast of the United States, stopping major flooding events, and if done right, the ability to increase food production to feed 20 billion. To do it right would require huge expenditures of my self-contained waterways, used to transport food, water, people, cargo, and energy at speeds of 100 miles per hour or more. Basically, take the place of freeways and trains for transportation for a lot of it. Um, but One of my main level of concern is the quantity of the amount of CO2 the project will sequester. I do have a few tricks up my sleeve that I should do some more R&D on, but with you know needing to get rid of 1 to 3 trillion tons of CO2, not to mention the unknown amounts of methane that's coming out and will come out in the near future, I'm doubtful of a quick fix. It's looking bad, and I do not like what I see. Um, I also feel the need to go over other claims of my project or part of my project, um, how they might not work, or how we just need to, or claims of how we just do not need it.